More than 20 years have passed since Mary Donaldson joined the Danish royal family, and her life has changed forever since then. As of 2024, the Australian native has become the Queen Consort of Denmark after her husband, Frederik, ascended to the throne. But before destiny led her to palaces and grand ceremonies, Mary had to overcome a series of personal trials, each becoming an important chapter in her story. Mary was born in 1972 in Hobart, Tasmania. She was the eldest daughter in a family of 4 children, raised by John Dalglish Donaldson, a mathematics professor, and Henrietta Clark Donaldson, a senior assistant. The Donaldson family was closely connected to the University of Tasmania, and Mary's childhood was genuinely happy. She later admitted that those years were filled with light and joy, and she still recalls that time fondly. But life often presents challenges, and one of the most difficult came to Mary in 1997. Her mother, lovingly called Etta by close ones, passed away after a complex medical procedure. It was a major blow for 26-year-old Mary, who was just starting her career after university. At that time, she worked as a client manager at the advertising firm Mojo Partners, and it seemed that her life was only beginning to take shape. However, the loss of her mother forced her to reevaluate her future. This loss marked a significant turning point, leading Mary to make drastic changes in her life. She left her job, walked away from everything she had achieved, and moved far from home. I felt alone in my grief. No one understood me, and the world around me kept moving forward while I felt stuck, she confessed years later. She decided to travel to find herself and overcome this pain. She first went to the United States, then to Europe. In Europe, she found an opportunity to start anew, temporarily working in Edinburgh, at Rap Collins worldwide and feeling part of an international community. 2 years later, in 1999, Mary returned to Australia to resume her career. She joined the international advertising agency Young Rubicon, and it was there that she regained confidence in herself and her abilities. Despite her pain, she managed to rise and continue her professional development. Shortly after, she became the sales director at Love Branding. It seemed that destiny was waiting for the right moment to intervene in her life. In 2000, while working at the Sydney Olympics, she met Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark. This moment marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life, filled with love and change. Their romance unfolded under the public eye, and Mary found herself at the center of tabloids that speculated about her background, career, and personal life. The first official photograph of Mary and Frederik was published by the Danish newspaper Bild Bladet in 2001, marking the start of her public life as the future king's fiancée. Mary fondly recalls those days when everything was new and unexplored, yet filled with love and support. 2 years later, in 2003, Mary officially debuted as the Crown Prince's fiancée. In 2004, Mary and Frederik said "I do" in the magnificent Copenhagen Cathedral, becoming one of Europe's most discussed couples. Years passed, but even today, the pain of losing her mother has not left Mary. It's so strange to feel that someone you love is gone forever and will never witness the most important moments of your life or see your children. She shared in a 2015 interview for Aftenshowet. Mary and Frederik became parents to 4 children, and each time she looked at her little ones, she couldn't help but think of how much she missed her mother's support. However, over time, she learned to turn her pain into strength and find solace in nature. One of her most significant television appearances was in the documentary Nature, and Our Remind the Crown Princess in the North Sea, where Mary reflected on nature and its impact on mental health. This program was especially touching for her, as she revealed a more personal side of herself. In nature, I feel her, my mother, closest to me. In those moments, your mind calms and you start to see things that seem lost in the noise of everyday life, she said in her heartfelt speech. Mary has always strived to maintain a close relationship with her father, John, who married British crime writer Susan Moody in 2001. Family remains an important source of support and inspiration for her. She often emphasizes that her royal duties do not prevent her from being a devoted daughter, wife, and mother. This quality is especially valued in the Danish royal family, where Mary has become not only a symbol of resilience and endurance, but also a genuine bridge between the palace and the people. Her story is more than just a fairy tale romance with a prince. It is the story of a woman who found the strength not only to survive but to shine on a new level, inspiring millions worldwide. From a fragile young girl who lost her mother to a confident Queen of Denmark, Mary Donaldson's path has been full of trials. And these contrasts make her story truly inspiring, showing that even after the hardest trials, one can find the strength for a new life. Mary continues to amaze everyone with her resilience and sincerity, always ready to share her feelings and support others.